Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I am so relieved to tell you that the image zine for January and February is on my website. I don't even know what to say. The goal is to get them at the beginning of the 2 months that they're for. However, January flew by without this being done, and even though it's February 5th, I am hoping that we can enjoy this for the rest of the month of February. You might ask, what is this for? This is a free e-zine that is available every 2 months on my website, abitofbirdsong.com. I call it an image zine because it is really rich in photos and vintage pictures, images, original artwork. There are a lot of things here that you can cut out and use. The other thing that you can do is just print all the pages and make a little journal to use for the month. It is free. All you need is a printer and paper. There are a number of ways to bind these. I will get these out of the way. This is the very first issue. That was the first image zine, and then the second one was in time for Halloween. I think I have a couple of those. And I bound this second issue, just printing page by page to leave writing space, or you can print front and back, and it makes a much smaller little booklet. I like to keep these on my shelf. I'm really happy about these. Dare I say I'm proud of these because I love playing with digital images. I love ephemera. I love everything old and beautiful and old-fashioned. So I keep these on my shelf just to remind me of what I've accomplished and what I have yet to accomplish, and I love to share these. I just think it's fun to have different things to work with and to be inspired by each other. This was the image zine that was available for Christmas, and you can see I turned one of these pages so that it is the center image. You can see as well that you can print these on different kinds of paper and get different effects. But let me show you the January, February. I love the way it turned out. So we have A Bit of Birdsong, Don't Give Up, Be My Valentine, issue number 4. This little painting, whatever, is called Don't Give Up, and it's from my art journal from January the 5th, I believe. And you can see the pages. It is a lot of old images, quotations. You are the star of your own life. Do you like the screenplay so far? That was said by me. The numbers are going to not be accurate depending on how you fold the pages. I've said this before. Now they can be. You can fold them this way and have 1, 2, 3, 4. But there are 7 pages in this one, and then 2. Let me rephrase that. There are 7 numbered pages and 2 just background pages that you could use however you want to. We've got some beautiful old Valentine cards and postcards. This one had quite a bit of damage, and I put it into a program and cleaned it up a lot. I love how this turned out. I love to do these collage pages with old ephemera and images. That was the 4th sheet that I did, and then here is the 5th. Some similar elements, but definitely not exactly the same, and this is in color. This is not. You can see the guinea feather in this one that my mother sent me. We got together recently, and she gave me another whole bag of feathers to use. And then the 6th page. This is some ink stamping and painting that I did, and then we've got some old stationery at the bottom. And this is the 7th page. Again, a lot of collage with old Valentine pictures and cards and cutouts. Then we have a page that was made from scanning an old quilt top. Love how muted that is. You could write on top of that. And then again, we have more collage work. I love this so much. This is the center, and then coming back the other way, more of that collage, more of the beautiful quilt, and there's more of the Valentine page collage. I love this. This is my homemade Valentine. It will cut me if you won't be my Valentine. And you can see the scissors there. This is from some original artwork that I did, and I believe this was done in response to Mike Deacon's monthly challenges where he gives you elements to work with. He's very interesting to listen to. I love his channel. And then there's the other side of that collage. You can see part of a feather here, and then more old Valentines, and a beautiful Godey's Ladies Fashion plate. Very beautiful. I love the red flowers for Valentine's Day, and then this is the back. So that's the image zine. I will put a link to that. You can feel free to download that and print that out. You can use it for personal projects. I do not mind if you use images in that for physical things that you're going to sell. I just ask that you not resell the image zines or resell the digital designs that I have created. Another thing I did is put together a little Valentine book with the image zine, and you can see it's got all the pages from the image zine along with some pink scrapbook paper. So the whole image zine is in here, and then just different colors of pink. This would give you room to write and to journal, whatever you wanted to use this for. These are fun little books to play in. The image zine is printed on 24-pound paper, so it's a little bit heavier than regular printer paper, which is nice. This journal is going into the shop. It's just sort of a simple little journal. Keep flipping, speed up a little bit here. You've seen the pages already. I just love that. There are some old Valentines in here. These are more like 50s. I will include these. That one's got, that's a little bent, but I think it used to be, I think that was a sort of an interactive thing. I'm not sure. That was already pretty bent up when I purchased it. There's a little bag in the back there you could keep things in. And then back in the front, I love this image. This was a Christmas card, but I do not care. I think it's so beautiful. And then here is an old Valentine card. 1910, I believe. It's pretty bent in the center, but I still love this image. You could journal with that. I was determined not to waste one bit of this fabric that had the paper dolls on it. I had part of a piece. It was the edge of a piece of fabric. So she is standing behind this big rose, and that's the cover. You might have a little bit of unraveling. I tend to like that. Not everybody does. If you don't like it, you can just clip it. At some point, cottons quit unraveling. I mean, if you pull on them, these strings are going to pull off. And to me, that makes a pretty raveled edge. But it'll stop at some point because you have the zigzag stitch. I had to stop the camera for a little bit, and I'm back. You may hear guitar sounds in the next room. Jason is teaching right now. I wanted to show you the finished journal. There are 3 beads on this journal. I had put 3 other beads, and I brought the owl back. One of them I felt like had a tiny chip in it, so I lovingly untied the knots in the string and put a couple of different beads on there. I like these better. I do. I think the color is better. I also added some lace around the edge. This is some vintage lace from that massive book that I made recently that holds all of my white and cream colored fabrics and my lace trims. I love stuff like this. This looks just plain, but it looks vintage. It looks like some sort of lace that you might see on a big spool in a general store or something. And inside, in the front pocket, there are a few pieces of ephemera. There's this beautiful greeting card. It's a beautiful Victorian card. And then there are a couple of vintage card catalog cards and a few receipts from an older receipt book. Those are blank. So I'm going to tuck that into the front, and there's a pocket in the back. So this would make a cute journal for February. Again, be aware that I'm not scared off by things that are unraveling a little bit. I like that. I think it's really pretty. Sometimes I do journals that are not finished like this, but I do a lot that are like this. A lot of the journals on my shelf are like this, my personal journals. I'm also not afraid to do surgery on a journal. If something is loose, if something needs another stitch, if I want to add something, these are meant to be loved and worked in. So this is in the shop. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to new subscribers. I'm very glad you're here. I will see you all soon. Bye for now.